Bonjour tout le monde. Hi everyone. It's me, Ali, your fancy friend in Montreal. And today we're doing 7 products in 7 minutes. We're going to be as fast as possible. So before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. I'm going to start off with a bit of skincare. This is the Uriage Xemos. I know that sounds crazy, but this is French pharmacy skincare, and this line here, it's specific if you have very dry, chapped, irritated skin. The whole inspiration for today's video is last week I got a head cold and I still have a bit of a schnoz situation, and I basically have like a self-induced red mustache happening. And this cream here is great for winter times. If you have psoriasis or redness, and right now my skin needs extra TLC, especially in the center of my face. And I was feeling not well for a few days. Obviously, I had a head cold, and I find for me when I get a head cold, I don't really do makeup or things like that. Those things sort of fall to the wayside because it's not that important. But now I'm at like 85% capacity, and I'm ready to feel good again. And I thought, let me just do something really quick, simple, easy to follow. Don't forget the neck, very important. Just like this. And so that's how the concept sort of started here for the video. I was like, okay, let me just do like a really quick routine, and saying 7 products in 7 minutes sort of forces me to stay on the topic here. So this is the Shiseido Urban Environment Moisturizer. It's a moisturizing SPF. It has an SPF of 42. You can tell by how scrunched the bottle is that I care about it quite a bit. And I use 2 fingers like this. And there we go. That's going to be the skincare. My skin is moisturized and protected. The dry, irritated nose actually doesn't feel dry or irritated. I like to keep this around for the winter months, for the cold and flu seasons, and sometimes I just dab a little bit extra where I have this little self-induced red mustache happening. And the 2 stripes of sunscreen is what you need for optimal sun protection. I will admit today is a very gray, cloudy, snow day, but I like to wear sunscreen all year round, even when there's no actual sun that I can see, because if I only wear sunscreen on a sunny day, I'm going to forget about it. I'm just going to forget. So I wear sunscreen every day just to stay in the habit. Next up is eyebrows. This is the Benefit Mighty Fine Brow Pen, and I'm using this because I want like a really light, natural brow, and this sort of gives like hair like strokes, because if we're doing very light beauty here, very light makeup, I still want my eyebrows to look like I did something, either that I filled them in, I brushed them, I did something to them, because eyebrows really do change your face. I've done a few of these like 7 products in 7-minute videos, but I haven't done one in a while. And then just when I was sort of feeling under the weather and started to play around with makeup a few days afterwards, I thought, oh, this is an interesting concept, because a lot of you who watch me tell me that you watch me as you get ready, and as much fun as it is to watch something a little bit more elaborate and complicated, sometimes something that's just like super easy and effective is just as good. Now, next up is mascara. I'm not really going to do anything on the eyes because the brows sort of frame the face. That gives something. And then we're going into a mascara. I'm going into the YSL Lash Clash. This is one of my favorites, top favorites. Right now, it's my absolute favorite. I like a mascara that gives a false lash effect. And the reason you put on mascara is because it makes your eyes look more awake. And if you're starting to feel better after a head cold, you know, it's just so exhausting even if it's just like a little sick, a little schnoz for a few days. It's just so exhausting. I mean, okay, look at this. Look at this eye versus that eye. So come on. Next up, concealer. We're going to go into a good concealer. I would say for me, the mascara and the concealer are the most important parts. I want to look awake and fresh. I'm using the Sisley concealer. First of all, the metal applicator here is so cooling. It feels so nice. Just going to take a little bit. That's a lot actually, but that's okay. I'll just sort of disperse it everywhere. I will put a little bit here just to camouflage a bit of that redness. And this is the Sisley concealer in the shade number 4. So this concealer, this is great. We're going with very little actual makeup, but the makeup you do use, go with like the heavy hitters. Go with the really good products because we're not using that many actual makeup products. Like the mascara and the concealer are going to go a really long way. And so if those are really good products, they're just going to pull all the weight. And look at that. Nice and fresh. Now I want to look healthy and luminous and radiant. So I'm using this liquid highlighter from Chantecaille. This one is the shade Brilliance. It's really pretty and a little bit goes a very long way. I'm actually going to use the liquid highlighter underneath the blush, just like this. And hopefully this looks like a radiant lit from within glow and not like a sweat-induced fever. And then I'm going into the NARS Dolce Vita. This is like a blush lip cheek. It's like a multi-purpose cheek, multi-purpose color product here. So use it on your cheeks, on your lips, on your eyes if you want to. And I'm just going to pick up some product here. Final step for the makeup here is the MAC Rebel. This is a beautiful plummy berry. It's perfect for the fall, winter. And I'm honestly all about illusions.
Illusion, Michael.
I want to look put together, healthy, radiant, blah, 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 with very little products. That's why we went very strategically with the concealer, the mascara, a little bit of blush and highlighter, and then the lipstick. A nice lipstick makes you look like you're wearing 20 different products when you're really just wearing a handful. The final touch here is going to be a perfume. This is the Dolce & Gabbana, the one. I love this. Well, I'm going in with a fragrance because I can smell again how fantastic. And I like the one because it's soft. It's a little bit vanilla, a little bit floral. It's powder, it's amber, but it's not too heavy. So it's quite nice. And I'll see once I edit if this is in fact 7 minutes. I think it's 7 products-ish, give or take one or two. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration, some ideas, some tips and tricks. I hope you're feeling fantastic and at full health and full capacity. And I'm definitely going to keep sprinkling in more of these like 7 products in 7 minutes. It's just such a fun, creative thing to do. Like it pushes me creatively and just to see what I can come up with. And honestly, sometimes the more time I have, the more I will sit here and blah, blah, blah. So it's good to just focus and try to be as efficient as possible, especially for you guys watching. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend that you do so because I do this type of content. And I also like to reuse a lot of my older collections. I won't give you that like FOMO of like, you need to buy everything new and limited edition. Not on this channel, non merci. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed, like the video, leave a comment, and that's all I have for you guys for today. See you next time. Bye.